Night is the night. Derrick Rose has his jersey hung in the rafters at the United Center forever. Talk about it right after this. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Whole Lotta Bull. I'm Troy. Follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Troy. But more importantly, you can follow the channel and me on Twitter at Whole Lotta Bull. So tonight is the night. The great one from Chicago. He's just a kid from Chicago. Derrick Rose gets his number one jersey hung up on the rafters at the United Center. Now, this Derrick's jersey becomes only the fifth number, as we all know, to become hung up in the rafters at the UC alongside Jerry Sloan, Bob Love, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen. Now, obviously, there's an extra special bit to this with Derrick Rose having his number retired because he is from Chicago. Now, while me being obviously on the other side of the world, down in little old Adelaide in Australia, I don't see the impact that Derrick Rose has on the city of Chicago. All I can see is based on what I see online, on Twitter, on Facebook, all that sort of stuff. But Derrick Rose, he was something special for the Chicago Bulls. He was something special for the NBA. Became the youngest ever NBA MVP. Obviously, he was rookie of the year, number one pick overall in the 2008 NBA draft, coming out of Simeon High School in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm not going to say north side, east, south side. I don't know where Simeon is, so forgive me. But this is a very special occasion for Derrick Rose, Derrick Rose's family, the Chicago Bulls, and the worldwide fans of Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. It's the first number that's going to go up in the rafters since Scottie Pippen retired. So this is a very special moment in the history of the Chicago Bulls organization. And luckily for all of us, you know, outside of Illinois, outside of the United States, we do get to watch this ceremony happen after the game against the Boston Celtics on NBA League Pass. So, on a side note, thank you to the NBA League Pass for allowing us Bulls fans, not just outside of the state of Illinois and city of Chicago, but outside of the United States of America, to be able to watch this occasion and not have to wait till hours later to see it on YouTube. This is a massive honor and a well-deserved thing for Derrick Rose. Obviously, Derrick and the team, with Taj Gibson and Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, and all those guys, fell short of the ultimate goal of winning the NBA championship or multiple NBA championships. Obviously, because while we were on the way up, unfortunately, in that first game of round one in the 2012 playoffs, Derrick Rose suffers that ACL injury, and ultimately his career was never the same afterwards. He was never at that MVP level anymore. He was still an exceptional good basketball player. I don't want it ever being underestimated on how good Derrick Rose still was, despite the ACL, despite the multiple torn meniscus in his knees. That man was still a fucking exceptionally outstanding basketball player. So not only what he did for the Chicago Bulls organization, but what he did for the city of Chicago, what he did for the game of basketball. He absolutely deserves his honor of having his number one jersey for the Chicago Bulls hanging up in the rafters, and no one else will ever wear the number one jersey for the Chicago Bulls unless, as Michael Reinsdorf told him when they told Derek last year, unless PJ becomes a Chicago Bull, and then he will wear the number one jersey. So, congratulations to Derrick Rose. This is absolutely outstanding. This man deserves it. I can't wait to watch this as it happens. I'm sure there will be tears flowing all around the world from Bulls fans and probably some NBA fans in general as that number one jersey gets unveiled in the rafters at the UC tonight after the game against the Boston Celtics. Now, Derrick Rose's career, 2008 to two, and he was traded to the New York Knicks after the 2015-16 season. Career averages with the Chicago Bulls, 19.7 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 6.2 assists in 406 games for the Chicago Bulls. Now, some people might argue he didn't deserve the MVP. It should have been LeBron's. Joe Cowley, I'm looking at that moron. Dickheads like Joe Cowley who just wanted downplay how great Derrick Rose was. He absolutely deserved that MVP in the 2011 season. He was the best, by far the best player on by far the best team in the regular season. Did they fall short when they ran into LeBron James in the playoffs? Yes. Eventually, like Michael did when he was running into the Detroit Pistons in the late 80s and early 90s, Derek would have overcome LeBron James. I have no doubts about that whatsoever. We would have won a championship with Derrick Rose had that ACL injury never happened. And then obviously, like I mentioned before, he gets eventually gets traded to the New York Knicks as John Paxson decided to move in a different direction. And we saw the impact that had on Derrick Rose when BJ Armstrong called him. We all saw the documentary. And we all saw that moment when BJ Armstrong called Derek to tell him about the trade to New York and how devastated that left Derek. And obviously, Derek had his own demons to battle after that trade had happened. Also, there was a few times where he went AWOL with when he was with the Knicks. Eventually, got himself back in order, and the rest is history. But ultimately, and if what I would have liked to have seen Derrick Rose, how he ended his career, was retire a Chicago Bull on even on just on one of those one day ceremonial contracts, like Joakim Noah did, like Luol Deng did. I would have loved to have seen that by Derrick Rose, but Derrick went out his way. Derrick went out the way that he chose to retire, and that's totally fine. That's Derrick's choice. He retires the way that he chooses to. But then there's one. So to move on from that a little bit, there's one serious issue I have within Bulls Nation when it comes to Derrick Rose's jersey retirement. And it's the sad fucking fact while they're that Bulls fans, and there's definitely some specific Bulls fans and content creators who want to go down this route of this is nothing but a cash grab from Jerry Reinsdorf and the Chicago Bulls organization. I'm sorry, when it comes to Derrick Rose, you can shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't give a damn that they had Derrick Rose night last year to celebrate his retirement. and now they're having the jersey retirement ceremony this season, and that there's 4 or 5 different nights with, these Derrick Rose bobbleheads. So there's this whole thing about the Bulls are just in on a cash grab when it comes to Derrick Rose. I don't give a fuck about that, and these people who just wanna constantly go on about it being just a cash grab, what okay, this is 2 years after Derrick Rose has announced his retirement. Now, could they have retired his jersey and put it in the rafters last season? Sure, absolutely they could have, but it's Derrick Rose. This man deserves all the flowers, all the roses that he can get. He absolutely does. So if the Chicago Bulls choose to celebrate him multiple times and put things out there for Bulls fans to buy, guess what, you dickheads? You don't have to fucking buy it. You don't have to watch. You wanna bitch and moan about the Bulls cash grabbing on Derrick Rose's jersey retirement, then don't fucking be there. Don't watch. Stay the fuck home and shut the fuck up. This is the Chicago kid, DRose, our youngest ever MVP. You wanna diminish this occasion by saying it's just a cash grab, and because they're trying to distract Bulls fans from the team being mediocre. No, they're not trying to distract Bulls fans from this team being mediocre. It's Derrick fucking Rose. It's giving the fans chances to say thank you to Derrick. If you don't like it, then fine. Stay away. We don't care. How good is it gonna be tonight as that jersey goes up in the rafters, whether how they choose to unveil it, whether Derek pulls it up to the rafters or there's a black banner and Derek and it's already up in the rafters next to 4, 10, 23, and 33 and pulls the rope to unveil it. How good is it going to be to hear those MVP chants one more time at the United Center for Derek? So ultimately, do these people who want to put down this occasion fuck off? Just fuck off. If you're not going to embrace the moment of Derrick Rose having his number hanging up in the rafters and not try to make it out into something else that it's not, then don't be there. Don't watch. If you're gonna watch it, if you're gonna be at the United Center, then take it for what it is. Derrick Rose is having his number retired, and rightfully so. Yeah, it sounds like some of these people just be like, "Well, no, they should just wait until the Bulls are good again to retire his jersey, so they're not band-aiding mediocre." No, it shouldn't matter. It does not matter whether the team that's currently on the floor is good or bad. It does not fucking matter what one little bit whatsoever. This man deserves to have his number retired in up in the rafters and now, not having to wait however long you decide it takes for this team to be good, or when you decide this team is good enough to have that number hanging up in the rafters. So you people who just want to clown on this moment because you think it's a cash grab, shut the fuck up. That's going to wrap it up. I've had my little vent there. So thanks for tuning in for another episode of Whole Lotta Bull. Don't forget, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Troy. Follow the show at Whole Lotta Bull. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's celebrate the great DRose. Let's celebrate the man. Celebrate his career in Chicago. Celebrate his NBA career because he damn well deserves it and he deserves all the flowers, all the roses, all the love. So until after the game, see red, be good, go Bulls. It's your night, Derek. Enjoy it.